What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos Rain here, and this is more of a crafting project than a gamble. It is also a gamble, so I figured I'd record it and post it for you guys. And I will get into what exactly this gamble entails in my next video, and how not this gamble, this craft, I'm sorry, this craft entails in my next video, and what exactly I am trying to do. Well, for now, for this video, we are double corrupting scoured white spine bows. So all of these are enchanted with rune crafts. The reason being is because rune crafts, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, are going legacy, and I want to have some cool ones. And I thought, no one's gonna really be interested in marrying, I'm sure, but I may have a really crazy double corrupted rune crafted bow or two that will turn out really insane. And for proof of concept, I will actually show a little bit about what I'm doing and, explain how I got there. So we're going to start with the first one, bricked. And it's no surprise, we're going to brick pretty decent amount of these, unfortunately. Well, that's the explode one gone. And the other downside to this is these rune crafts, well, runes are pretty finite. You don't really get a lot of them. And you have to end up spending a ton of currency to end up getting the ones you do need. So, that being said, when you're thinking about doing this, you gotta think like, what is my cost to build, get into this craft and everything like that. And honestly, I'm probably gonna keep going until I'm out of currency. I hope to make 1 to 2 bows, but the goal is 3. I want to have 3. If I can make 1 or 2, that's fine. Well, unfortunately, we had another brick, and something neat to note is that when you do brick the white bows here, they end up gaining enchants. There goes the Coaling Strike enchant for that, so it is what it is. You just move on, go to the next bow. Unfortunately, the only thing we want is 2 implicits, and if it doesn't hit 2 implicits, it is just a brick. 6 white is a brick, proof is obviously a brick, and then if it gains an influence, it's a brick. So we're just gonna do this quick little gamba here. Thankfully, this is super quick. Just 5 bows straight to the chamber, and then move on with my life, We're not trying to do anything too crazy crafting yet. We have a lot to set up to do, but we do need some double corrupted bases to start. So let's go ahead and hit this one. 6 white. Unfortunately, that is another brick. This one's a 6 white brick, so, it is what it is, right? Two bows left. Well, unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles when it comes to this. If I were just to count just the locus, it's 10 div for this gamble, for this gamba here, and it's not all that bad. Let's see, okay. It ends up being well worth it in the long run for me, so I plan to use at least one of the bows and then maybe sell 1 or 2 of the other ones. We have a 3rd brick in a row. That's pretty brutal. And last but not least, this one. This one has gained 10% cold as extra fire damage against frozen enemies. This runecraft is actually fairly expensive in runes. The runes themselves are really cheap, so thankfully if I want to do more of it, I can. The reason we selected 5 different runecrafts is because we want a variety, and if we were to just so happen hit 2 back-to-back corruptions, 3 back-to-back corruptions, and we had that option, it would kind of give us a idea of how we're going to craft the bow from then on. And I can get into that whole video in the next, that whole strategy into the next video. But as of now, where's that? Wealth of the Bow. I guess I can go open some chests. Never know if a mirror drops, right? So, basically, TLDR, we're looking for 2 implicit bases, and we're going to use the recall. Now, I'm aware of this, but I don't know how many people really are. If this is something you're not aware of, and you do want to make something pretty neat and unique before going to standard, this is probably the thing to do. There's too many really crazy stuff in standard already that is mirrorable, so the thought of making a mirror bow at this point in time just doesn't work because Crucible Tree exists. So unfortunately I didn't play during Crucible, so I don't have any crazy Crucible items, but if I had, I probably would have quite a few Crucible items. It is what it is though. So now we hit that last bow, and poof. Well, it is what it is. You know, can't win them all, but as always, everybody, well, before that, let's take a little back pedal. I'll go ahead and show you what I got going on here. So, if we look here, we actually have this quiver. This quiver is T1 flat cold, T1 life, T3 fizz, which is whatever. And then you see it has a craft and the bow attacks fire addition arrow with the bow attacks fire addition arrow corrupt. Now this is a dual arrow with a lot of really good stats. It is a 5 mod, so it's not the best it can be. You can make it a 6 mod if you wanted to go further, but I chose just to stop at this because this is about where I would expect to want a quiver to be. And you can use corrupted bases to recall them into, non-corrupted items. They would just keep the corrupted base and take all the mods. Let's see if I can find, I think it's in this one. We actually have a second one right here. This is a 4 mod. I can also go further in this if I want. This is a triple T1, the craft, and then the 2 arrows. So this one is also a really good one. If I really wanted to, I can recomb this one plus the other one, and try and get something crazy. Actually, this specific quiver, sorry, won't do much if it's recombed to the other one, unfortunately, because I think the other one has 3 prefixes. Either way, when you're recombing, you keep the random base, and because the base is fully random, you have no real control over it. You can kind of manipulate that aspect of it, right? Like we have all of these bases that we're going to be recombing into, a crazy bow, and I hope to show you a little bit about it once it's a little more in the works. Right now I'm just alt spamming and literally deleting currency. But as always, take it easy, have a good one. I will catch you in the next video.